Okay, just take a second to make sure everything is connected. Okay, it looks like we're doing good. Okay, so these are the projects that we will be making today. Welcome again to another Senior Plus class. This is for June 2021. For those of you that do not know me, my name is Corinne Sandin. I've been teaching stamping and scrapbooking in the local area for about 20 years. I've been with Senior Plus probably maybe 4.5 years now. So I look forward to bringing you another fun, creative outlet. So let's get started. So for this butterfly card, you should have an envelope with your parts in it. My paper for this demonstration purposes will be different than what you have in your kit. You have the paper that you see here in my sample. I did not have quite enough to be able to demonstrate as well. So you should have your card base, a long piece of designer paper, a couple of pieces of white mats. The wider one will be this mat, and the narrower one will be for your greeting. You have your greeting. You should have a couple of beautiful butterflies, some blings as I like to call it, and a piece of designer paper that will fit over this mat. Okay, so here we go. Your card should be pre-scored for you. So let's fold that in half. I have a bone folder, but if you do not have one, you can use a butter knife or a ruler. It looks like mine is missing in action. So I'm going to just use my fingers. Okay, so I'm going to use my favorite adhesive, but you can use whatever oh, here it is. I just found it. You can use whatever your favorite one is. I personally like wet glue because it gives you a few minutes to move it around if you need to. There are many different types of adhesives on the market. So we're going to attach that just like that. And then we're going to attach this smaller piece to your wider of your two pieces. Looks like I might, no, okay, so let me put some adhesive on the back of this. I might have to do a little trimming. That's okay, I'd rather have it too long than too short. So now that I have my adhesive on that, I'm going to mat this so that I have a little white border on each side of my paper. Try to get it equal. And then we're going to attach this, about an inch in. Sometimes when you set your glue down, there we go. So if you probably don't have grid paper, but you could always take a ruler and line it up with the edge if you have a hard time getting things straight. And line it up like that. So now we're going to put our hello on our little piece of matting we have here. Now this can get a little messy, so I just take a piece of scrap paper and just try to put a few dots here and there. Maybe where it's a little wider. Pick it up. And I'm going to attach it so that it's kind of centered, but a little bit towards the right of this mat, because I need to make a little fishtail, we call that. Let me grab my scissors here. Some of you may have a punch that you can make this with, but if you don't, you're just going to cut up the middle about 1/2 inch, and then from the point to where you cut, sometimes you got to come back just a little bit more. Let's see. Let me clean that up just a whisker. Yeah. Okay, looks like we have all of our parts ready. We can now assemble the rest of our card. And again, if you want to make sure that you get this centered, you could use the ruler trick that I just showed you. Or you can eyeball it, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put some of my adhesive on the back of this. Make sure my card is nice and straight. Hold that down just for a minute. Looks like I forgot to take out a little piece. Let's see if I can get it out. Yep. Alright, and the same with the butterflies. Make sure all your little pieces are out if you can get them out. If you can't, it's okay. Let's take some more of this liquid glue. And I just do my bodies. I like to have my little butterflies a little bit free flowing. I'm going to stick this one right up here in the corner. Hold that down just for a second. Then take my small one. Put it going in the opposite direction. Hold it down. It only takes about 10 or 12 seconds. So we're going to put one of these blings. I like to use the edge of my scissors, but you can use your scissors. You could probably use the edge of tweezers. Sometimes they go flying. So there we have it. There's our sample. This is the paper that you will be making. Okay, so now we'll move on to project number 2. I do not stamp the insides of my cards. I like to write my own personal greeting. So card number 2 is a cute Get Well card. You should have your card base already cut out for you. You're going to have a mat. Not sure why I cut the center out of this one, but then you have, it's already scored for you. A Get Well, and a tissue and your ribbon. So you also have a piece that's going to go over this, just like that. So now I'm going to fold on these where it's already marked for me. I'm going to open up my tissue and take it apart because it's rather thick. You won't even need the whole thing. So what I like to do is put a little bit of adhesive. You can use whatever you have inside here. Any two-sided tape will work. Get this protective coating off. And then just kind of bunch it up a little bit. I'm going to cut some of this off. Now if you want to leave it doubled, you certainly can do that. There's nothing wrong with just bunch it up a little bit. Then if you wanted to make it a little puffy, you can use this inside. So you only want adhesive. Get this out of the way. See these little tabs right here? That's where you're going to put the adhesive. I put a little bit of this to hold this in for me. Make sure this is nice and straight. And you're going to put it down towards the bottom. And again, we just have to hold it for a few minutes. Oh, maybe I didn't put enough. Might be better to hold it this way. Not cooperating today. I guess I'm a little not putting quite enough adhesive. You could set something heavy on that while you're waiting for it to catch. So let's put this mat onto this. I often do this. I cut out the center so I could use like inside if I wanted to. I just hate to have all this layering go into waste because it's going to be covered up anyway. So as you can see, I put some wet glue. We're going to make sure we have a nice frame all the way around our card base. Hold that down for a few seconds. Looks like I got something sticky on my, I'm going to get rid of this. I don't want to get my card dirty. Alright, so now I'm ready to put this on. I don't put it too close to the edges because when you press it down, it will spread. So now we're going to put this on. Now we're going to put our little bow on. I find that glue dots actually work the best for the glue for our little bow. So if you have some, great. I'm going to stick that right up here in the corner. My fingers are sticky. All right, let me bring in the projects again. I hope you all have a wonderful day. I look forward to seeing you at another class. There will not be a class in July, so you won't see that, but I will be back in August. Everybody's always busy in the summer and stuff, so you take care now, and you have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye-bye now.